Hello everyone, it's Tuesday and I'm Chad.
And I'm Ben.
We are here with the Tuesday Tip of the Week, and this week we'd like to help everybody around Metro Detroit improve your training behaviors or practices. So today we're talking about 3 ways to improve your training.
Yeah, one of the things that we love to do when we're talking training is we use this Goldilocks method. So what Goldilocks is you're hitting a shot past the target. You're hitting a shot short of the target. Then you try to hit the appropriate distance. And what you're really doing is you're starting to develop feel as a player.
Oh.
And a lot of times as you're doing this activity, there's a big disconnect between intention versus reality. So sometimes if you feel like, man, it's really weird. Every time I try to go past the pin, it seems like it's the appropriate distance. Well, that activity is actually talking to you as you're developing your feel.
So what you're saying is the story of Goldilocks, too hot, too cold, just right.
Yep.
Too big, too small, just right. So you're saying use the Goldilocks method when training.
You got it.
Does that work for direction as well?
Yeah, 2 right, 2 left, somewhere in between.
Does that work with center face contact? Too much off the toe, too much off the heel, just right?
Same with the divot.
Oh.
Too far forward, too far back, just right.
Swing height could be too high, no divot. Too low,
Mm-hmm.
way too big a divot, just right?
Yep.
All right, so step 1 to improve your training is use the Goldilocks method. Don't try to be perfect and do the same thing over and over again. That does not work. Okay, step 2, what are you going to do to help them improve their training?
Block versus random. A lot of times, Chad and I just cringe when we watch you guys at the range. You're scrapers and hitters. Scrape, hit, scrape, hit, scrape, hit. Guess what? You're getting very skilled at scraping and hitting. Might not transfer the golf course very well.
So block training in this case is just doing the same thing over and over again. Scrape and hit is what we call it, yeah?
Yep.
And then you talked about difference for random training. What would that look like, and how is that going to help people?
Random training is actually what it looks like when you play golf. So notice when you play golf, you hit a driver off the first tee. Well, the only way you're going to hit driver again is if you pump it out of bounds.
3.
But typically, you hit a drive. Then you hit an iron into the green. If you miss the green, now you got to hit a pitch shot. Then you got to putt. So actually practicing the way that you play. You might notice if you do more of this, your range game will start to transfer to the golf course. We would say the reason a lot of people don't do this is because it's a much more difficult way to train.
Very good. So practice like you play really is going to help people improve their training. True?
It matters.
A lot.
It matters,
A
yes.
lot. Okay. Third thing that you could do to improve the training. What would you do?
I would go to the range with a plan. So what we always encourage all of our students at GLA to do is have a performance journal and actually write out what you're going to do at the driving range before you go there. If you don't, chances are you're going to get right back into scraping and hitting. So please go to the range with a plan. So one of the plans of our students might look like this. Work on divot control with my towel for 5 minutes. I'm going to do heel toe center working on center face contact. Then I'm going to try to hit the 9 different ball flights. And then I'm going to do some random training at different targets. Would be an example of a hell of a plan to take with you when you go to the driving range.
Very good. So most folks, you go to the range and your plan, your goal is to go hit it good. And if you hit it good, you think that it's working. No. Truth is that's not a plan. That's an outcome that you're looking for versus here's what I need to work on, here's what I need to develop to improve your on-course performance. So use the Goldilocks method, practice like you play, and definitely write out a plan so you can get on the other side of understanding what you're trying to accomplish when you go. We hope this Tuesday tip helps you. Get out there and train your golf games. We thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next time.